welcome. So my name's Kate, I'm a yoga teacher, I'm a Pilates teacher, and today I wanted to talk to you about the difference between yoga breathing and Pilates breathing. Now this is something that comes up a lot in my classes, and because I teach yoga Pilates Fusion, we don't always kind of go into the breath in the same way that you would at a standard pure Pilates class. So I wanted to explain it today for those of you that come to classes, that are doing my YouTube classes, or want to come to an online or in-person class, so that you've got a little tutorial and you understand a little bit more before you come to class. So just to say, any breathing practice that you do that creates a mind-body connection is beneficial to your body. And breathing consciously helps the nervous system, helps to regulate our hormones, helps to reduce stress, helps to oxygenate the body, helps circulation, and there are so many benefits of conscious breathing. So whatever style of breathing you're doing, then that's great. Today I'm going to talk about basic yoga belly breathing versus what we call lateral breathing in Pilates, and how they're different and the different techniques and how you will utilize these in a class. Now, because I teach yoga Pilates Fusion, often my classes start with yoga breath work and then we move into yoga and Pilates, and we kind of switch between the two. So we don't always have that kind of strong focus on the Pilates breath, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because I think it makes it a little bit clearer because they are very different. So firstly, let's talk about yogic breath. Now, yogic breath is a full belly breath, where we're really breathing into the belly. So the way that I explain it, there are lots of different ways of explaining it. It's really you put your hands on your belly, and as you inhale, you'll feel your belly grow outwards, almost like a balloon. And as you exhale, the belly draws back. And we're really sending that breath, what we call prana, that life force, into the belly. So we're really expanding. It's a very relaxing breath for the core, relaxing for the body. And some would say it's more of like an outward breath and more of a surrender. With the yoga practice in general, it's more about relaxing, about letting go, about surrendering, obviously depending on what we are doing in our class. So basic principle, hands on belly, belly out, belly back. In yoga, we breathe in and out. Generally, there are differences to this, through the nose. So mostly you'll breathe in and out through the mouth. The other thing with the yoga breath is as we're going into a pose, so say for example, you're taking your arms up, you'll inhale, and then if you're forward folding, you'll exhale. Pilates can be a little bit different. Again, if you're twisting in yoga, you inhale up, and then as you twist, you exhale. So as you go into the pose, you often will exhale the breath, which is a little bit different to Pilates. And yoga has been around for thousands and thousands of years. So, you know, the Ayurveda, which goes alongside yoga, and it's a whole kind of science, if you like, that's been around for many thousands of years, and that goes along with the breath as well. Pilates is much newer. It was designed by Joseph Pilates, and the Pilates breathing is different. So again, you know, there are lots of benefits. It's very calming, it's very stabilizing, it's great for circulation, it's great for the nervous system. But in essence, we are breathing in a very different way. So in Pilates, we breathe in through the nose and we breathe out through the mouth. And we tend to breathe out on exertion. So if you're in a position and you're kind of lying down and you're coming up, you'll inhale to prepare through the nose, and then you'll exhale as you exert. As you go into the harder part, you generally exert, which took me a little while. I was a bit like, oh, hang on a minute, what am I supposed to be doing? Okay, so you inhale and you will generally exert, and you exhale. Nice, slow, conscious breaths. Now, with Pilates is really, everything is innovated from the core. So we want to keep the core stable. And when I say that, I don't mean like sucking your belly in so that you can't breathe or squeezing your pelvic floor up so you literally can't do anything. Basically what you're doing is you're engaging the pelvic floor or drawing the belly in, and then you're releasing, you know, about 50% so that you can breathe. And again with the pelvic floor, you know, draw it up and then let it go. So there's this engagement, this core engagement of the belly and the pelvic floor that you're working with all the time, that, you know, I'm holding now and I'm able to speak and I'm able to work. You don't want to be kind of turning blue during class. Okay, so we're always working on this stabilization, and once we've got this stabilization, we've got this kind of holding going on, we want to keep the core stable in Pilates. So the way that we breathe is we breathe into the sides of the ribs. Now the easiest way to kind of find this is put your thumb around the back and put your fingers around the ribs, and as you inhale, find that core connection. As you inhale, you see my ribs go out to the side, and as you exhale in the exertion, the ribs are going back together. Okay, so again, inhale, exhale. Another way to teach this is to put your hands together, and as you inhale, you'll feel the fingers part. So my fingers are parting, and then as I exhale, my fingers are coming back together. Okay, so inhale, keeping that core connection, and exhale. And that is in essence the difference between these two breathings, and they do take a little bit of practice. Often in the class I don't say, right, we are now doing Pilates, we are now doing yoga. I sort of seamlessly flow. But you'll generally know when we're doing Pilates because I will invite more of a core connection. And that's generally how you'll know. Or I will say, you know, we're going to be doing Pilates now, bring your hands onto the ribs, we're going to do lateral breathing. But it does make sense if you have a little bit of a handle on those two types of breath. You know, it doesn't matter if you do one wrong, but you do want to try to, in the Pilates, really, really work on that core. And that gives us that strength in the low spine, and that is really the essence of what Pilates is about, you know, that beautiful strengthening. And we want, you know, we want all of the benefits of yoga. We want the flexibility, we want the beautiful calm mind, we want to feel great in ourselves, we want to have that glow, but we also want to be strong, and we want to strengthen, and we want to make sure that our pelvic floor, which as we're aging, you know, stays intact and stays in function, and that our abs stay nice and strong. So I hope you found this useful today. Please do comment, reach out. I'd love you to join me at a class. I teach online and in person, so please do comment if you would like to join. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for being here. Namaste.